or in this case was the exhibition Luna Park in DDP 2018, where also in this case was something like a manifesto of narrative design, where some of the most interesting and iconic product of figurative and narrative design has been developed in a huge scale. Like in the center, the gorilla I create for Kibu, or my rabbit. You can see the Merdolino on the back, or the funnel, the Magis dog, and many others. I think this exhibition was very interesting because it was really a sort of a resume of all the most important icons in figurative design. You can see here in the gnome of Philip Stark in a natural and in a big scale. I suppose some of you have seen this exhibition in Seoul. This was the sculpture that you have outside your university. And in this case, I worked for LG, creating a family of products. And I presented in Seoul a couple of years ago. Here there are some of these products, like a television or a refrigerator or an air purifier. Here I am with the president of LG, and with president and vice president for the presentation of this new collection. And at the end, I show you another project I designed for a big Chinese company. And it's a wine turbine, 120 meter height. And we designed the turbine, including the interior, because usually we see the turbine from the bottom, but inside the turbine there is a very complicated mechanism where people has to enter and has to control the engine and everything. So we designed the shape of the turbine, but also we had to design all the interiors and so on. And at the end, Kibu, in the year 2016, after a long collaboration of 30 years with companies like Alessi, Magis, and so on, so I had a very deep know-how of how a company can be managed, because I used to enter in many other contexts, not only in design. When I worked with Alessi, I always used to discuss with marketing people about the success of the product, or I had to work with technicians about the technical aspect. The work of a designer, it's a complex work, and you have to put together many different approaches. So it's important that a designer has to be a person with long antennas, able to understand the changing of time. It's important that the designer knows about desire, what people desire, what people want, because this is the marketing approach. And it's important also to know about technology, how you can produce a product which are the right technology in order to produce a certain product. And so working 30 years with a company like Alessi, which was one of the company with the best culture in design, I succeeded to have a lot of experience in all these different contexts. So in 2016, I decided to create my own brand. The name was Kibu, and since the beginning, when I launched the product, I designed the rabbit, a rabbit chair, because I could never design a product just as a sculpture. I am a designer, so I am interested to create a product which has a function. And most of my product associate like in this case, the shape of the rabbit is associated to the silhouette of the chair. This is the idea of the product. In the combination of two things that apparently are not are separated, like a rabbit and the chair. And the rabbit became a chair with the air, which are the back of the chair, and you can sit putting your back against the air of the rabbit, or you can also sit riding the rabbit on the opposite side. Anyway, the rabbit became immediately a bestseller. Everybody in Asian country loves the rabbit because one of the most popular tales is about the rabbit and the moon. So since the beginning, we have a huge order from China and from Asian country, and the rabbit became a wide family of product in different finishing, like in this case the golden metal, or but we did also in velvet finishing, or in the standard color finishing, and in different size, in different typology, and became like a company inside the company. Here it was a sort of manifesto where Kibu don't want to create object for bourgeois people. We are really interested in creating product which could be suitable for the young generation, and many of these products could be entrusted to the interpretation of the user in order to have a different life. In sense that many of our products could have a function, but you can do your own function according with your feeling and your necessity. For example, some of them are a stool that you can use like a table or a planter or in different way. This is our showroom in the center of Milano Fair.